Today we are learning to order numbers from greatest to smallest and smallest to greatest using our knowledge of partitioning and number values. Watch the warm-up video to get your brain thinking.
Hi guys, this is Medium Maths warm-up. We're going to be ordering numbers to 100 to warm up our brains. Can you order these numbers? We have 10, 35, 20 and 50. Have a go, write them down in the correct order. Pause the video here if you need to. How did you order them? We can order them from smallest to largest. So we have 10, 20, 35, 50. How do you know that that's the way we ordered them? We're counting forwards. So if we have a look on our little numbers chart here, you can see the highlighted numbers we are counting forwards and upwards to 50. We can order them from greatest to smallest or biggest to smallest in terms of value. So we have 50, 35, 20 and 10. How do we know? Well, we're counting backwards, so we're going from the biggest number to the smallest number. Is there another way we can check our answers? Place value, which is the key thing we're looking at today. So we're looking in the tens column to see which number is bigger. So we have 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens and 5 tens. Greatest to smallest. So again, we have 5 tens, then 3 tens, then 2 tens, then 1 10. Can you order these numbers? Have a go and pause the video here. Have you gone from smallest to biggest or biggest to smallest? How can you check your answer? Can you order these numbers from smallest to greatest? So the smallest number being first and going forwards up to the biggest number or the greatest number. Pause the video here and have a go. Can you order the following numbers from greatest to smallest? So the biggest number, the biggest value to the smallest value. Pause the video here and have a go. Remember to look in the tens column to help you figure out which number is bigger. Choose numbers at random and order them from smallest to greatest, then order them from greatest to smallest. Pause the video here and have a go.
Alrighty guys, welcome to Medium Maths. You would have watched in your warm-up video today that we're going to be using place value to determine which numbers are higher and lower. Now, one thing that we need to work on is making sure that we check our place value in its value in the chart. So if I was to choose, I'm going to take a 3-digit number to start with. So we've got our ones, tens and hundreds. We already know this. What we need to do is, when we get a group of different numbers, we need to check that the place value is higher and lower. So to do that, when we have a group of numbers, we need to check the hundreds column, then the tens, then the ones. Okay? Sometimes when you get numbers like this, we're not quite sure which one's the biggest one because our hundreds are all the same. So when that happens, we need to move to the next digit, to the tens. So we need to go across to the tens and check which digit is bigger there. Sometimes even then, the number will be the same. So for instance, here, the number's the same. but here it isn't. So we know that this number here, 9, is bigger than 7. So that would be our first number. We still need to work out which one's bigger out of these two. So then we go again, we move to the next digit. We go to our ones. I know 9 is bigger than 2, so this is my next biggest digit. So that's going from biggest to smallest. What if I was going to go from smallest to biggest? I need to flip this. So it become now both are correct. This is biggest to smallest, and this is smallest to biggest. I'm going to write a couple numbers up, and what we need to do is find out which number is greater and smaller, and then order them. 4 numbers there. Sometimes you'll have more and sometimes you'll have less. That's okay. They're still the same way we can work out which number is bigger and which number is smaller. What I like to do is divide my numbers into their place value. This helps me see clearly which number is bigger and smaller. Okay, you could even do a bit of a chart. So let's start with our hundreds place, because that we need to go from left to right to read which number is bigger. So here we've got 500, 500, 600, 700. Now there's 2 numbers that are bigger than these two. So we've got 6 and 7. Which number is bigger? 7. So that is our biggest number. We're going from biggest to smallest. So 729. That number is done. What's our next biggest number? We had 6. That's definitely bigger than these 2 numbers. That's our next biggest number. What's next? These are the same. So that's a little bit tricky. We need to move to the next column. It's the same again in the tens. So it's still not sure. We're still not quite sure which number is bigger using our hundreds and tens. We've got 500 here, we've got 20 here. 500 here, 20 here. We need to move to the next one. We've got 6 and 9. Now I know 9 is bigger than 6, so this is our bigger number here. Okay, and then we would add this one on the bottom. Alrighty, so I've split my numbers up into their hundreds, tens and ones, so I can easily see which number is biggest. Now I can write them in order. Now, that's going from biggest to smallest. So biggest to smallest. I want to go from smallest to biggest now. What do I need to do? I need to flip it. So when you're reading a question, it's important that you look for those types of words, from greatest to smallest or smallest to greatest. Okay, look for that language in your questions when you're answering them. Now I'm going from smallest to biggest. Alrighty, what happens now when we get a number in the thousands? Let's have a look. Alright, I've got 3 digits here. I want to go from smallest to biggest. What do I do? What do I need to do? So if you said, check our place value, you would have been correct. We can clearly see that there's a bigger number. We can do this quite quickly. We've got 9. So we've got 9,862. 9 is bigger than both those numbers. What's next? We've got a 4 and a 5. Which number is bigger? 5. So we can clearly see that that's bigger. And our last number is 4,700. We've done it from biggest to smallest. If we're going to do it from smallest to biggest, we need to do exactly the same thing. Check our digits in the thousand column and see which one was the smallest. If it was the same digit, we just go to the next column, the hundreds column again, and check our digit there. And so on until we get to that ones. They may all be the same until you get to that ones column. That's how you check to see which number is bigger or smaller. Your challenge today is to arrange and order the numbers. Make sure you show your thinking, just like I did. This really helps when you're trying to figure out what the smallest and biggest numbers are in large quantities. Look at the next picture and see what digits are the biggest in the biggest column. Pause the video here to write down all the numbers and order them from smallest to largest. So this means you'll be counting upwards. Draw out a place value chart to help you order the numbers. Pause the video here to have a go at 3, 4 and 5 digit numbers. You'll be going from smallest to largest again, so draw out a place value chart to help you.